Okay, we are live now, so let's just kind of wait.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
It, this is, you know, this is really good though, because I do want to talk about the learning curve for this. This is not easy to do. There's a lot to learn.
So you should be, I mean, it should just you should just be able to pop right in. I don't know why it didn't allow it. There's foraging. Okay, we're back up. Okay, we have people showing back up.
Awesome.
Hey, Spongy. Hey, let's just give it a couple minutes till we get everybody in here, and then we'll do our thing. I wasn't sure how you were going to come into this with the glasses and the hat, so I am prepared.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
So everybody, I apologize for that. I don't know why that didn't go through, um, but we're here now. So we have 8 people here or so. So let me just quick say a few things to let people get in here, and then we'll start with you. Okay?
Yeah,
Does that sound good, Jeremy? Okay.
sounds good.
So I was telling everybody in the other live that what over the next couple days you're going to see some of my original short material come into play. I have unprivatized it. I have modified some of the titles and descriptions, and they're going to get re-released because I wanted everybody to see now versus before I was monetized, and how much you can really grow and learn over a year's time. It's amazing. Okay, everybody's here, or a lot of people are here. So, okay, welcome everybody. This is Jeremy from Strings and Pucks. I've been waiting for this all week. I've been excited about this,
Me
and
too.
I'll tell you why in a minute. But what I'm going to do is Jeremy is going to go ahead and he's going to introduce himself, talk about his channel if he wants, and then I'm going to have a few questions for him that are very easy. Anybody that's been on my live knows they're very easy questions to draw attention to his channel because today is to get attention to Strings and Pucks channel to help him get monetized. So, Jeremy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hi everybody. My name's Jeremy. My channel name is Strings and Pucks. I do see you in the chat. Obviously, I can't say hi to everyone, but thank you, Coach Juliet, Sponge Goldie, everyone. So, what I do and what my passion is really playing music. And the way I got my channel name is I'm a big hockey fan. I actually write a column about the Detroit Red Wings for a website called Hockey Hot Stove. And hockey and guitar have just been such passions of mine. So I started a channel called last May. I split the two channels up. So this is just my music channel now. I do the hockey elsewhere. And really, I do my live streams twice a week now. I play acoustic guitar and sing. I play artists like James Taylor. Never play the Eagles because you get demonetized. But it's really a passion of mine to keep playing music. I want to demonstrate guitar gear, do demo videos. And at this point, really, I started my live stream November 3rd, is when I started doing the live portion. And I'm at just about 1,300 verified watch hours right now. I'm 1,700 away. And my subs as of this morning were at 1,625. So it's kind of what I do.
So you are on your way to getting monetized. So that's really cool. I had to throw the hat and the glasses on
I love it.
because we kind of look like brothers now.
We really do. I do you have any like Polish or Italian in you?
No, not really.
So never mind.
I have a lot of. I'm told I have a German and some of the like Denmark, uh,
The
the Slav.
Netherlands and stuff.
Yeah.
You look like one of my brothers, basically. It is
Well,
almost a little shocking.
to be honest, when I chose the thumbnail for this, I usually use this for my shtick early on when I started Okies eating. I don't usually wear sunglasses and hats. I'm not a fan. But then
Right.
I started using them for some of the shtick I was doing. And then I do use them if it's super bright in Oklahoma because I get a headache if I don't. And then when I saw your channel, I started watching you with a reverse hat, sunglasses. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to choose the thumbnail. So it's you and me, reverse hat, sunglasses. So, okay.
It
So I'm
looks
glad
great.
we have a lot of people here. We have 19 people here, only 12 likes. Guys, you guys don't know who this is. This is Stringsnpucks. He should have 19 likes right now. What is going on here?
Thank
This
you.
is very poor representation for this community. Let's get those numbers up.
Oh, and I want to say hi to Moni, Moments with Moni. She's at
Yes.
all of my live streams. We actually are at a Bible study together. Thank you for that. I appreciate you so much.
Yep. I think I follow her now, and she's been watching some of my content.
Oh, she's one of the best supporters you'll ever have. She just incredibly, and your content's perfect because she has to do all her own cooking and things like that.
I can't deal with that anymore. Okay. So, are you ready for some questions?
I am.
These get really tough. This is like a presidential debate, so be prepared.
Okay.
Um, I've watched your stuff for a while now, and I've read your main YouTube channel comments uh, description, and you talk about that you went to school for voice stuff and
Yeah.
for you did piano and all of that early on. So I'm assuming that you got into obviously music theory and all of that in college. Is that correct?
Very much. Yep.
Yeah. So you understand all of the timings and all of that, and the different and chords and musical symbols and all of that.
Yeah, I'm middle of the road, but yeah, I
Yeah.
did have some pretty good theory.
Um, and just so everybody knows, before I continue, I'm going to ask him a few questions, and then we open it up to the channel to let you guys ask him questions. So if you guys can just kind of mull around and hook up with each other. And if I see somebody that doesn't have a blue wrench and I'm familiar with you, I'll try to give you a blue wrench so we can get each other, get some subscribe to each other and work with each other. So, what made you at 20 years old turn to guitar?
Oh, I love this question. All right, so many things happened around the summer of 1997. I was born in 76, so I would have been 21 late that year. And one of the things that happened, I'm at school, I'm playing piano, and if you remember, churches started bringing in guitars and drums and things.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, people were like, nobody wants to hear piano anymore. Like, oh, that's a shame. And then a song came out called Breakfast at Tiffany's by
Yeah.
Deep Blue Something.
Yep.
And it had this hook. You remember the opening? It's like do 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 do. It's like, okay, I've got to learn how to play that. It sounds like it's just one chord. And so that song combined with the kind of the flavor of what music was doing, I uh, I I shouldn't tell you this story. I hope there aren't kids watching. I got a credit card. When you go to college, they just hand you credit cards on day one. I get a credit card and I go spend a couple $100 to get my first acoustic, and I hide it under the bed while I'm at home away from school because I don't want mom to know I just spent all that money because I mean I'm broke, right? And I started all I knew was piano, so I was applying everything I knew about piano to trying to learn possible. But I transferred schools the next year. So I only had about 6 months of playing guitar. I transferred to a small Christian college because I want to lead a worship team, and they have a degree for that. The guitarist quits for the touring group. And before I think about what I'm saying, I'm like, oh, I play guitar. And they give me 20 songs to learn in 2 weeks. I fake it. And that's how I really started learning to play quickly, is
Fake it
within
till
a
you make
couple
it.
months, I just learned and started touring with that group. And that was it.
Fake it till you make it.
Oh my gosh, it was
Um,
I literally was just having panic attacks between the shows.
do you see what's behind me there?
Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful acoustic. What model is that?
That is the Wally World Special, $76.
I love it.
Um, so you mentioned weekend at breakfast at Tiffany's. I
Yep.
saw you do that live the other day on your when I visited your live,
Yeah.
and that was a great rendition of it. I love that. I always love that song.
Yeah.
Now, what I've learned through the years, because I did take guitar lessons for 2 years, 3 years actually, um, and there's always, like you mentioned, breakfast at Tiffany's kind of hooked you with that first intro. But is there any? I know there's a couple of guitarists in my life that inspired me to want to pick up the guitar.
Yes.
If I may, who are those individuals that possibly sparked that interest in you for guitar?
Absolutely. And it's always my generation, born in 76, music and movies and TV were all kind of one thing in the 80s.
And MTV.
MTV. And so around 1984, I think, a movie called Crossroads came out with Ralph Macchio,
Yeah.
the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's a guitar duel with,
Yep.
I didn't know, Steve Vai
Steve.
and Ralph Macchio, but it's actually Ry Cooder playing the parts. Macchio's character win this duel. It like broke your brain if you didn't know guitar. And then MTV comes and you see Stevie Ray Vaughan had videos out. And when he plays guitar, there's something so strange that happens because it's a blues guy, but
Yep.
he's like fire. So I boil it down to what I call the Steves: Stevie Ray Vaughan, Steve Vai, and Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Hmm.
He's a
Yeah.
Christian musician
Yep.
who I saw him in 1993, and that's when I decided I could take a path of music that was really positive with a message about something more than just, whatever. And those three really, and anything the Eagles did, watching Joe Walsh and Don Felder,
Joe Walsh. Mm.
oh my gosh. Joe Walsh can play two notes, but they're the exact right two notes for
Hmm.
some reason.
Yep.
And I really gravitate toward people who play something and it just seems to fit.
Yep.
Jeff Beck,
Jeff Beck.
unfortunately passed away. He's another guitar hero.
Yep.
Um, but really, the song that I wanted to learn more than any after Breakfast at Tiffany's was Hotel California.
Hmm.
It has everything you want in guitar. You got the
Yep.
acoustic, the electric. So that's kind of the mash of when I think of players that, boy, they make you want to pick up a guitar. That's kind of my gamut. The Eagles, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Stephen Curtis Chapman, really.
Okay. Well, do you mind me throwing in a couple there to see what you think?
Please.
I would like your honest opinion on these. This is just Okies. I come from the 60s into the 70s. So I've listened to music since I was a kid. I had it, you see the radio kind of behind me there. It's the old,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a
So that's,
vintage box.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's an old, they call it a cathedral style from the 60s and 50s. Anyways, I like, I always loved guitar players. I'm just amazed at how, that's what I like to do. I do like to watch your stuff because I don't have the dexterity to do it. It takes dexterity. It does.
It
Um,
does. Yeah.
and that's why not everybody can do it. And
Yeah.
um, if I were to rank my three favorite would be, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hold on to your seat. Eddie Cochran. He did Summertime Blues. He did Genie, Genie, Genie. He did 20 Flight Rock. The Beatles played his stuff. He was a trendsetter. He was back.
Yeah.
He died at 21 in a car crash.
Oh,
Never had the chance to actually. He would have rivaled Elvis because he had the look, the guitar, the voice, everything. So look up Eddie Cochran. Anybody that listens to Alan
yeah.
Jackson, anybody
Summertime
that
Blues
likes
is amazing. That's a
Summertime
great.
Blues, he wrote the song. Eddie Cochran played guitar, he played piano, he played drums. He would go into a session booth and he would mix all of his stuff himself in some of his songs.
Oh my gosh.
So he was a genuine guy, a genuine musician. And then of course Stevie Ray Vaughan is to me a level above just about everybody. You know, there's guys out there that's Stephen Vai, crazy guys like that are just so far above everybody else.
Yeah.
But then my favorite, if I was to pick a favorite, if I had to listen to him the rest of my life on an island, is Brian Setzer.
Oh my gosh. I
I
cannot
have
believe I
his
forgot Brian Setzer.
I have his albums. He does jazz. He does swing. He does rockabilly. He does rock and roll. He does country. He does banjo. Whether you like the Stray Cats or not, he's just one of my favorites. But
Oh good.
probably my other than him, I'd say I don't know if you listen to Roy Clark or ever watched him play.
Oh
Roy
yeah.
Clark's crazy. So those are my people. So, anyways,
You're great. See, here's what I like about your picks, because I grew up in the rock and roll kind of era,
hmm
but you're so into melodic storytelling songs.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah,
Brian Setzer, his music sounds fun,
hmm
but if you try to learn it, your hand's gonna break.
yeah. And I've seen him live, and I've been 5 feet from him
Oh,
live in Albany, New York. At he was in a tent thing, and there was no seating. It was all standing room only, and it was at a bar grill. And it was when he did the '68 comeback special, when he came back from the Stray Cats and got in with not Slim Jim. He got in with Mark Winchester and Bernie Drezel as the drummer, and he started touring with those guys as a '68 comeback special in honor of Elvis Presley when Elvis left the military and came back in a '68 to music. So he did this kind of a homage to Elvis, and I saw him, and just to watch him live was pretty amazing. Um,
absolutely.
okay, so here's the next question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Does your wife play instruments?
You know, she grew up playing piano. So when we met, I was still playing piano primarily. She had done lessons like I had, did the recitals. One of her favorite songs to play was For Elise, Beethoven.
hmm
Um, I think she has a beautiful singing voice. She'll deny that,
yeah,
but there is no greater encyclopedic knowledge of music of our lifetimes and slightly before than my wife. When we met, she was in a CD club, if you
yep.
remember those traps.
I had him.
So you could sit on the floor when a box would come, and she put in the CD for America and the Eagles and Led Zeppelin and Lenny Kravitz. She had such eclectic taste and would literally hop from Mozart to Led Zeppelin, just depending on how she felt.
hmm
So she doesn't play as much, but she gave me entry into a world of classic rock until after we met. She's so when she's a fan of music, she's just all in, absolutely loves it.
That's cool. That's really good, and I'm sure it helps the relationship too.
Oh,
You have to have something in common, you know.
for sure. And I trust, like, her opinion is rock solid. If she tells me something is good, I know it's good. I don't have to question. Or if something needs tweaking, she's going to tell me that in the nicest way possible, but
Yeah.
totally believable.
And I just see Todd Saw. I don't know if you follow Todd Saw. He's a really cool guy. He's got a really cool channel. He just said, and we're not knocking any great guitarists out there, artists, because there's so many. These are just favorites for us. He says Jimmy Page, yes. Gary Rickrath, and Angus Young. Yeah, I love all those guys. Um,
Absolutely.
they're
I do
just, yeah,
follow Todd. I just made sure.
yeah. Todd is awesome. He's got some great lives. I love watching his stuff. Um, so, next question. Are you ready? This is going to probably knock you off your chair.
All right.
Um, Do you when you go to hockey? You're a Detroit Red Wings, right?
Correct.
Detroit.
Yep.
Okay. Do you go to watch hockey, or do you go to watch a hockey game to watch the fight break
Oh, so you know what? It's not a shame to do both.
out?
Yeah. So there's no it's like, do you go to a concert for the music or for this insane party that you'll never recreate? Well, both. So when I first got into hockey, the dream's always, oh, I want to get as close to the glass as I can. I want to
Yep.
see these guys. But when I got one time we got tickets where it was lower bowl, center ice, and you could see everything without moving your head.
Right.
And that's when I said, okay, this is chess. Hockey to me, I've evolved how I look at it, that I think of it as you're playing a game of chess. You have players who will do 30 seconds of ice time and change if there's no stop. In those 30 seconds, they can skate 600 feet at
Mhm.
35 miles an hour.
Yep.
And every 30 seconds, there's someone different on the ice, and they all have to trust each other to do the same job.
Yep.
So I watch it, and from that perspective, it's therapeutic. I don't know
Mhm.
if you've ever heard of EMDR. There are things in that therapists use of things like eye movement to help people cope with things like depression or pain.
Yeah.
And watching a hockey game, that left to right motion helps your brain simulate what you do during REM sleep, left
Right.
to right, left to right. So it
Right.
actually can, if you can learn to enjoy it, it can be fully therapeutic to watch one of those games, especially when it's back and forth like that.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
love, but I love a good fight. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I
my brother and I don't like to watch hockey on TV. I can't stand it on TV. But if somebody says let's go to a live game, I am in the car and we are driving to a live. I love it live.
yes,
I don't like football live. I like to watch football on TV.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree.
um, I prefer baseball on TV. You know, but
Hockey's
I mean,
like golf. To get into it, you need to see it live or
yeah,
participate. I
yeah.
agree with you.
Um, Next question. Since you have this knowledge and ability to play guitar, are you ever leaning towards as you grow as a channel? I watch a lot of guitar tutorial, like, hey, do this one hack or do this just to play a simple scale, how to do the triads and how to do scales and all that stuff. Are you ever going to do something where you do like a 1 minute short on just, hey, here's how you play this scale to sound really cool, or do this blues scale and you can solo into any blues or whatever? Are you ever going to do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had tried doing a couple of lessons last year where I looked at how to play, this was on electric, how to play some modes to help people with the way they improvise.
Yep.
And so what I've learned is there's a retention information issue. So I need to learn to package it in such a way, like with a short or with a live stream, where I'm not giving too much information that's not accessible.
Right.
But in my heart, yeah, I taught for 1 year at a Christian school. I was the music teacher.
That's cool.
And I used to give free guitar lessons at the church because we needed people to play on the worship team.
Right.
So I taught a lot of kids how to play guitar. I even taught one kid how to play bass, and I don't play bass. I just did my best. And there is something so cathartic about passing this on. And one thing I'm hoping is that by doing what I do, more people will play live, whether they're streaming it or whether they're going to open mic.
Yep.
So over the past 2 months, there were a couple songs I learned that someone sent me the request, hey, can you learn this song? I made them a video of how I learned the song.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to get a feel for. So if you said, Jeremy, I'd love you to play, whatever song,
Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City, right? That'll go great on the acoustic stream. What I'd like to do possibly is either a members video or just a special video is then say, okay, and I'm going to call it my process. Here's how I take this song and convert it to what you see on stream. Here's how I
Right.
learn the chords. Here's how I pick.
We seem to be locked up for just a second here. Hold on, everybody. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second, everybody. Are you there, Jeremy?
Still here. I'm here.
Okay. Somebody just said it's been happening a lot with the internet. I don't know if it's because of the ice or what, but I apologize.
No worries.
So we'll just go to the next question, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Plans. I have plans for 2026, and most people, for if they're in YouTube for the long haul and trying to get monetized, have a plan. What are your plans for 2026? Are you going to add stuff? Are you going to do much of the same? Or if you don't want to say what your plans are because they're kind of secretive, that's fine too.
No, so I'm very intentional with this growth right now. And in the immediate, I'm very focused on watch hours. So
Yeah.
I know that I need 1,700 verified hours. That number seems so daunting, but 1,300 hours that I've got, the majority of that's from the beginning of November. So
Yes.
really, in 3 months, I'm almost halfway there from
Yes.
what I'd done. So looking at it from that lens, my honest goal is that by the end of April, I've got my 3,000 hours. So I'm going to be making sure to do my streams twice a week and occasionally do pop-up streams.
Yep.
But the full plan, I'm at 1625. I'd like to be at 2,000 subs at the end of the year.
Hmm.
I just released a demo video on a microphone. I'm going to try to do one demo video each week, 2 live streams each week, and then I'm going to try to alternate in other content as well, recorded evergreen content, so you can pick up, views.
Right.
But the focus right now for the next 3 months is really let's build up to that 3,000 hours. But I will be inserting more content like the microphone demo today. That was the first time a sponsor reached out to me and sent me some equipment to demonstrate.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to set up more of those. But absolutely, I really want to be at the point where my streams are Friday and Sunday. I have a demo video coming out, let's say Tuesday or Wednesday, and then some other type of content, you know, during the week. So I'm trying to lock down a very solid format where people don't have to guess what I'm doing and when I'm doing it.
Right. And that's really important for YouTube. I found out because I started last February 23rd was my first release, and I got monetized the 24th of January, a month early.
Congratulations. 11 months pretty
Oh,
much.
yes. So I actually got partially monetized Christmas Eve, which to me was a Christmas present because my mom and dad they're no longer with us, but my mom and dad were married on Christmas Eve. And so we always celebrated our Christmas on Christmas Eve. So we just did it all at once. And we didn't have to worry about then getting up in the morning and doing it all over again. We just did it on the 24th, Christmas Eve. So it was kind of cool for me going back to my childhood. I couldn't believe it that I actually got the email saying, "You're all done, you're checked out, you're verified, you are monetized partially for the 3,000 hours." And then about a month later, I got the four. So, and what I can tell people, and you got a really good plan there, is live stream. If you, and I'm going to say this, and I've told other people this, and I've actually answered a lot of emails lately about this. And one important thing is when you do a long form that you edit, you do a video like you did today with your um, the microphone, which I watched, which is really cool because I'm looking at microphones.
Awesome.
Um, and when you mentioned uh, if you start when you have a 15 or 20-minute video, don't be afraid to put that on a premiere and release it for a specific day.
Yes.
Premieres they do really well on on your analytics for being an evergreen type thing to help you build slowly over time. The ones that I have done have not stopped being pushed by the algorithm. And you can see that by going to your analytics. And if you don't see it, flatline, and you just see this continual on your impressions, you see that continue to grow and grow and not stop. That means YouTube keeps throwing it out there every 12 or 24 hours. And I've done a lot of research on that. So
Wow.
premieres work really well because then it's almost like a live, but it's an edited version of what you did, and you don't have to. You're not live, so you're not making mistakes, but you're typing in, your answers. People are asking you questions, and you're still interacting with everybody. So that's really cool. So I always
You
recommend.
just oh, my picture froze up for a second. I
Oh,
apologize.
yeah, premieres, go with, if you can do a premiere, that works really well. Live streams work really well. And don't be afraid to do an impromptu one. And I talked at this a lot yesterday to people in one of my lives was try to go vertical on your live streams. There's something YouTube is pushing the live, the vertical. I was getting 100 to 120 views on stuff. Now I'm getting 300 to 400 on a vertical.
So I have no experience with that. I have a friend who I've got a couple friends who now do the live stream both ways. They do, I don't
Yeah,
know how you do it, but they do the horizontal and the vertical.
yeah,
And they said they do legitimately get traffic
yeah.
for the vertical on its own.
Right. Now, the horizontal, if I'm out in the garden showing the garden what I'm working on, I got to go horizontal because nobody wants to look at this while I'm talking about the garden. They want to see the garden.
Yeah, same with
So,
guitar.
right.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, that was my questions. Thank you for answering them and being,
Yeah.
open about everything. Um, I've seen some questions in here. Does anybody have any questions for Jeremy? I'm sorry. Is it okay to use your name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Feel free to ask Jeremy any questions. Can you see the questions on your side?
I can. Yep, I can see them.
As you see them pop up, Jeremy, Fairbrooks asked, "How many watch hours do you have?" And I wrote that down, and I think you said you had 1,600, I'm sorry, 1,300 watch hours approximate.
Yep, right around there. So I
So he
need,
needs 1,700. He's got the subs. Jeremy has the subs.
yep.
He just needs watch hours.
Oh,
So
my favorite original song. I see Moni. Uh, so probably my favorite that I wrote right now, it's Uncomplicated, and I've been playing that quite a bit lately. I released a video with that song. Um, because it's so deeply personal, it talks about my own issues with depression, with my wife's issues with medical issues. Any of the songs that talk about me and my wife or our spiritual walk, anything like that, those are the ones that are closest to home. So that song and Brand New Day are probably two of my favorite to play right now.
that's awesome. Um, Granny Southern Corner asked you, for a young child, say 8 years old, what instrument would you start them off on to learn?
Okay, so this is really much more complicated than it sounds. You have to give a child something they want to do. Like parents want their kids to play piano, and I get it because you're very versatile. But if the kid hates playing piano, it's going to be a fight every single day. So find out what the child says they want to play and then balance it out. If it's guitar, start them on guitar. If it's electric guitar, start them on electric guitar because they're going to want to pick it up and play it. But if it's something like saxophone, you need to think about it because that's a whole different investment. But if it's
um,
something piano, guitar, something like that, where you can get them easily and inexpensively, get them the thing they're going to be excited to be in front of.
um, Todd asked, did you ever play hockey?
So actually, I really didn't play hockey until I was almost 40. Growing up, it was such an expensive sport, and they didn't have inline hockey like they have now.
Hmm.
And this is kind of a big part of my life. I decided to try to play inline hockey, and I taught myself how to skate. And I was assaulted during a game. That's how I got the head injury, why I wear sunglasses all the time. I've been on disability since 2016.
Oh, wow.
So trying to learn to play hockey, I actually got injured to the point where it changed my entire life. So be careful. Be very
Well, I
careful.
mean, when I first saw his question, I'm like, did you ever play hooky? I'm like, well, yeah, you're from the 70s. I'm from the 60s. We played hooky a lot.
Yes.
So, Todd, yes, we both played hooky. Um, and let's see. See you later, Misty. Appreciate you being here. Granny asked again another question, and she
Yeah,
did a good thing here. If you want to ask a question so we don't have to search for it, she puts three Q's in the prefix so we know it's a question coming up. What
perfect.
is your favorite song to play or to sing that we all may have heard of?
Oh, okay. So and it changes with time, but right now one of my favorite is Vincent by Don McLean, Starry Starry Night. That and Take Me Home Country Road,
Oh,
John
yeah,
Denver.
John Denver.
It's such those two, Don McLean and John Denver, wrote a song in complete form. So when you're playing it and singing it, you're totally invested. There's a story, there's a melody,
Hmm.
and those two for me right now are so meaningful. So those are my two right now.
Just to add to that, if you watch John Denver and another guy is Jim Croce, the Bad Badly
Oh,
Written Brown.
yes.
If you watch those guys, how quickly they do, I was amazed at their chord changes on the acoustic, how they can be
Yes.
bing, 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 bing all over the fretboard. And I'm just like, what did he just do?
Didn't Jim Croce write Same Old Lang Syne? That
I don't know about that. I don't know. I know he
uh,
did the, Bad Badly Written Brown. He did the
yes.
Operator. He did Don't Mess Around.
Operator. That's a great one.
Very good. Yeah,
Yes.
he did some, and then he died early, of course, too.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Troy said the background looks a lot like here in Southwest West Virginia. I'm assuming with you because all I have is Sasquatch and my charcuterie board.
Yeah, it's just I'm in southeast Michigan, and that's what winter looks like.
um, let's see. Who else has questions here? He's here for a short time, so throw these. I'm going back in time here to see if
Absolutely. Well,
anybody
my friend
else.
Tom just jumped in the chat. Hey, Tom, it's good to see you,
Um,
buddy.
uh, there's Jesse Journals.
Dan
Okay,
Fogelberg.
so okay, Dan Fogelberg, yeah,
Yep.
and Dan Fogelberg did. I always like the song "Leader of the Band." That was. Have
Yes.
you ever done that? Have you ever sang that?
No, but I pulled up the tab to try to learn it
Yeah, that's
because
a good
it's
song.
very good.
And then it was weird was because then he did that, and then he did "I'm All Right" from Caddyshack. He went from songs like that to like a really cool beat in Caddyshack.
That is a crazy shift. That's very, yeah.
Yeah,
I also like Cat Stevens' early stuff too.
Cat Stevens was great. I have quite an eclectic. I've been trying to rebuild because I like Alabama, the country group. I like Elvis Presley. I like Eddie Cochran. I like Carl Perkins, Slim Jim. I like what's his name? Uh, you got Carl Perkins did Blue Suede Shoes, and then Elvis Presley sang it, made it huge. But
Oh,
Carl Perkins was an awesome guitarist and everything. But then you got what is his name there? Gene Vincent. Gene Vincent was another rockabilly guy from the 50s and 60s. I have those records over here, and I listen to them quite often. And
yeah.
just it takes you back in time.
Oh yeah.
Time in a Bottle, Jim Croce.
I'm working on that one too. That's gorgeous.
Do you do any? I'm gonna come on now. What's the name? Edmund Fitzgerald, the rock.
Yes, Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot, Canadian guy. He just passed away, I believe, last year. I love his. He did that, and he did that other song.
Yeah, I do that. I do that song. If you could read my mind,
If
I
you could
play
read
that
my
one. That's one of my
that,
favorites as well.
I used to love Edmund Fitzgerald, and I heard him do that song, and that became better to me than Edmund Fitzgerald. Chuck Berry, Todd saw, Chuck Berry,
Oh,
Kenny.
Rob Summers right. Rob Sumner's right. Kenny
Yep.
Loggins did "I'm
Yes,
Alright."
I'm sorry, Rob. You're right.
You're right.
Rob has a big. I believe he does LP stuff too, so he would know. If you want to check somebody, you know who do you have Grandma Teresa Gilmore?
Yes,
Her
yes, she's
sisters, her sister's Lisa.
yeah.
Okay, Lisa has a channel where she plays a lot of shorts. She's got like the biggest record collection I've ever seen in my life. She,
Really?
yeah, go watch her channel. She does lives all the time, not lives, shorts of, these boots were made for walking. She goes back to old time country, George Jones, and all the way up to newer stuff. It's crazy to watch.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Gordon Lightfoot, Kenny Loggins, Shannon's here. Let's see. Who else has a question? Does anybody else have a question? Leader of the band is good. Time in a Bottle. Let's see. When is your next live while I'm looking for other questions here?
Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern. So
Last week
everybody,
it went close to 2 hours. So yeah, come on by.
4 p.m. Eastern is Strings and Pucks. And if you haven't went to his lives yet, I would appreciate later if you can give me an email that if you picked up any subs and stuff, because this group here is a really good community and they are
They
famous.
are.
They jump out there and they connect and they will do playlists and they will help you get there. So I would appreciate if you can just send. I won't say anything about it to anybody. If you can just send
Yeah,
it to me,
no, I absolutely will.
I would love to know because I want now that I got monetized. My goal, if you go way back to when I started, one of my things I said was, once I get monetized, I plan on using this as a springboard, not only for my channel, but to help others reach that monetization level too. And then if I pay it forward, they pay it forward, they pay it forward. It's going to be
Yes.
this ripple effect in this pond where you throw the stone and it ripples. This by 2027, this could be a huge monetized community, and it would be crazy going to each other's lives knowing that half of us are monetized. That would be awesome. I
That
think that
would
would
be
be
so cool.
um,
Someone said Linda had a question. I didn't see it, but someone in the chat and Rob just put in a question as well.
okay. Rob, go ahead and answer Rob's. Let me see if I can find Linda.
Yep. So Rob, who's an artist you would love to meet in person and have a conversation with? So I'm going to go back to when I talked about some of my big influences, Stephen Curtis Chapman. He's a Christian contemporary artist. He's based in the Nashville area. He's a huge Nashville Predators fan. But one of the reasons I'd like to talk to him is not just about music, but he has ridden the wave of kind of music that was all on AM radio and then it hit mainstream into FM. And there's been a lot of groups that have fallen off the map, but Stephen Curtis Chapman has always been very steady, even through like real tragedies. And he's just one of the greatest musicians I've ever seen. So that's someone I could easily spend hours just picking his brain for sure.
I did find Linda's question. Before I ask her question, though, I missed Jesse here. Jesse said, Gordon Lightfoot. I forgot Sundown. That's an awesome song.
Sundown, you
Yes.
better take care. Yeah.
Yeah. So Linda Burns, her question was, Jeremy, did your new guitar get delivered yet?
So I had to exchange a guitar that got broken, and it's being delivered, I think, today. I did have this acoustic come. I'm going to do a demo video on that for that company. I didn't get it for free, but really good deal because they wanted me to put something on the channel. So, but yes, my replacement acoustic should be here today. With the temperature the way it is, I
Hmm.
am not going to open it for 24 hours at least. It needs to
Right.
acclimate. That
Yep.
wood takes a beating in temperatures like this. So it should be here today.
Granny Southern Corner asked, your favorite old school hymn?
Old rugged cross. Old
That's
rugged
cool.
cross.
Hmm. That's awesome. And Linda said thank you for the
Yeah.
answer.
Thank you,
But I
Linda.
did what I did want to say real quick. Hey, if you haven't connected to Jeremy, please do. He does lives, all of that stuff. He's got some really good product review things. He did the microphones today. Great voice, great guitar presence, great stage presence. Just a really cool channel, and he is supportive. He will help out watching other things. If
I
you're here from his channel and you need watch hours, I want to just let you guys know I will support your channel. I have 3 TVs, a computer, an iPad, and a phone. I run stuff all day long when I'm home. If you need watch hours, all I need you to do is go in the comments below, connect with me, just say, hey, can you help me with watch hours? Can you help me with subscriptions? I do shout outs almost daily, and I put 2 to 3 channels on there so people, and most times they'll get 30 to 40 to sometimes 70 likes. So people, and I'll get comments that I went and connected, I went and connected, I went and watched. They're
yeah.
connecting with you. So if you need help, let me, let Jeremy, let everybody in this community, they will help you. Trust me. Just trust me on that. So, okay, let's see what else we got. Old Rugged Cross. Jeremy is awesome. The gift from heaven.
Oh, Mike, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mike's really cool. Mike, I did a thing for, I did a shout out for Mike, Mike's Adventure Sparks, and Todd Saw on the same day, and I really like their stuff.
Nice.
Thank you, Fairbrooks. Fairbrooks, again, Fairbrooks. Fairbrooks is one of the most supportive people on YouTube platform, bar none.
Yes.
He really does. But yeah, I followed Mike Adventure Spark. I did a shout out for them and Todd Saw the same day, and that's been, I love watching those guys. Um, Karen needs watch hours, so anybody here, Karen, I have you on the list. I will be watching your content. Yes. Thank you, California Dreamin', for the jewels. And it's up to Jeremy. Jeremy, someday down the road, if you want me to come on yours, so my community can come over to your channel at some point. All you have to do is shoot me an email. We'll set it up. We'll make it happen. Because
Absolutely. And
I'm,
during my live streams, I do have people put links in for their channels.
mhm,
I want to I learned this from you and from a friend of mine is a channel called Ubi. During his live streams, he'll like you do, he lets people put their links in
mhm.
and we're all trying to build each other up. We all
Yep,
have similar goals.
yep,
And as long as someone's not trolling or being just
yep,
rude, these communities are amazing.
yep.
Everyone's been great.
Yes. Thank you, California Dream, and I do appreciate that. He gave me a gift of some jewels. Like I
Oh,
said, I still don't know what that even means.
I don't either.
Well, you get it when you're monetized, when you're partially. I still haven't looked it up yet. I have to look it up. One of these days, I'll figure it out. But
Nice.
we had, and let's see. Mike said he thanked me, and he said, "Same. I'm glad." And then he found when I did that, he found you through, I believe, that shout out somehow when I shouted you out or something. And that's what this is about. This is trying to help everybody get connected. Um, somebody else says something here. Yeah, Coach Juliet Adams or Edens. I'm sorry, Coach Juliet. I'm on her channel here coming up in February. She's a really cool channel too. And Shannon. Oh, okay. Thanks, Shannon. So I've been seeing a theme here. Supposedly, Jeremy's background is better than Sasquatch, a guitar, and my home and my refreshed charcuterie board. What is going on? You guys are. This is my channel, guy. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Everybody knows I'm kidding.
I'm a guest
Um,
here, guys.
that's right. Everybody knows I'm kidding because I do this all the time. Does anybody else have any more questions for Jeremy while he's here? Now's the time. And
Absolutely.
love the Hawaii shirt. My grandson gave me this for
Oh,
Christmas. This has my, um, you can see it. My Sasquatch is surfing.
surfing. Oh my
Yep. And that's
gosh.
why I forget who did it. I think Karen did it. She put, "Why don't you do a surfboard with that charcuterie board? Because that's 4 feet long almost." So I did. I asked ChatGPT to make me a. I did a picture of me just in this, just in a shirt and me. I didn't do anything lower body. It added all my the legs and the feet and everything. It added all that. Put that as a surfboard and put food on the charcuterie board and put me in the waves. And that's what it came out as. That those aren't my legs. Nothing. It does that. It's crazy.
It's incredible. For a small creator, ChatGPT gives you
Yeah.
thumbnail options and
Yeah.
even help with uh, hashtags and things, like little tips that you wouldn't have access to, and a
Hmm.
lot of it for free.
Yeah. Yep. The Pity and Kitty Committee. I think I've seen them around. I think I follow them. I just don't think I've watched a lot of their content yet. I think they're fairly new. Um, yeah, a lot of people have a fun ChatGPT. Like I said, ChatGPT has helped me because I don't know if you know this or not, Jeremy, but if you when you do a video and you get your analytics afterwards, give it 24 hours. Take those analytics back in. If they helped you create a title and thumbnail or in a description, take it back in, find that string. It'll be in a search, and then bring that back up and say, hey, here's what you made for me. Here's how many views I got. Here's how many impressions I got, hours, likes, any subscriptions. Can you help me make it better? And then what it'll do is it'll give you all this new stuff you can change. You can do a different thumbnail. It'll make it for you. Then what you do is it'll say, tell me more in 24 hours. Go back 24 hours later, put more data in. What's the most recent data for like average watch time, click through rate. Then what it does is it says, okay, next video, let me know. We're going to create a better title and description for you. And it's worked for me
Yes.
every time. And so now I have 4 or 5 evergreen videos that just keep growing, growing, growing. They're not getting, they're not gaining, they're not viral, but there's viral and there's evergreen that continues to grow for 6 months where you just keep getting time and watch hours and monetization. So,
I did one video on this. I'll see if I can find it and put the link in the chat. I did a video on using ChatGPT to specifically grow your channel,
yep.
and everything you're saying. So my experience was at first just looking for thumbnails,
Right.
but what I found, and you nailed this, is the more you use it, the
Mm-hmm.
more familiar it is with what
Yep.
you're doing.
Yep.
So I said, I was looking to do a thumbnail and it said, okay, do you want it to be similar to this style video or this style video that you've done? And this, I put all the things I learned into this video.
Yep.
And I've actually gone back and said, hey, it's not gotten the views I want. And we're still working on it. But I'm going to put the video in the chat here because these are things that saw my hockey channel explode. Now, that's
Mm-hmm.
different type of content. The hockey channel in May had 85 subs. It now also has 1,600 subs and is fully monetized.
Right.
So this, I just put the video in there. Everything I learned on that journey is in there, and most of what I tell you is free to start with. At least there are subs to ChatGPT, but it remembers the conversations. And you're right.
Yep.
By being willing to learn and say, I can do this better,
Yep.
that changes everything.
Yep. I started doing that about 15 videos ago, and I just keep adding the data in. Then when I do a new one, and I said, okay, take everything you learned from the my roast carrot and potato video, and apply this to this video, this cooking video. I want this to be even better. And it does. It brings everything in and says, okay, here's why this worked. Here's what failed. We're going to change it to this. And then I just do that. I've done that 10, 12, 15 times now. And it's gotten much better.
Yeah, and
Um,
Juliet Eden said it. Yeah, your AI dude knows you well. It is weird because it remembers you.
yeah.
You know, I try not to think of it as a person, but
Yeah. Um, so I just saw, what's her name here? Karen from Eclectic Butterfly. We follow each other.
yeah,
She said she downloaded it but doesn't understand how to use it. Karen, I never downloaded it.
me
I
neither.
go on Google and I just type every time I type in ChatGPT, it asks me for my Google login. I log in and then it says, okay, Okies, go ahead. And then it keeps everything on the left screen. You can search all the stuff you've done, or you can add a new chat. I don't download anything. I never downloaded the app, never paid for it. It's all free. So
Correct.
give that a try. Don't even bother downloading. Just go into Google
Yeah.
and do it. Um, Somebody's asking who we are. How do you not know who Okies Eden and Stringsnpucks are? We are like icons on the YouTuberverse.
Right.
Um, oh, Vangirl Cheryl is here. She's cool. She's from Canada. She's cool to watch.
Oh, excellent. So Fangirl Cheryl, are you a Maple Leafs fan or a Canadians fan? Because it's usually one of the two.
Um, so Strings, please. I'm gonna close this here in a second because
Yeah.
not to be a Debbie Downer, my son's dog died and I have to go help
Oh,
bury her.
so
So
sorry.
yeah, no, appreciate it. I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean a Debbie Downer, but he
No.
does. We're working. He's working on that now, and I want to just definitely go help him. Thank you for being here. I love your channel. I hope everybody here after this will run to his channel. Please run to his channel. Go watch his stuff. You're going to be, I think, very surprised at his voice, his stage presence, his guitar playing. I'm telling you, it is a really cool channel. Check his lives out. Get on his regular watch list. It's worth it. Hopefully, we can reconnect again sometime, maybe on your channel. Just let me know ahead of time if you want to do that.
Absolutely. I love this. Yeah.
And anybody else, he's easy to get in contact with. I'm easy to get in contact with. If you want to do a collaboration with with either of us, just contact us. It can help your channel. If you're trying to grow and get hours and subs, this is one really good way to do it. Please let us help you. So, do you have anything that you want to say going out?
Yeah. Rob Sumner's a fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Good pick. But thank you guys. Everyone has been so kind. Thank you for all the subscriptions and all the watch. Again, right now I'm in the asking mode. I need 1,700 more view hours, but I'm also in the giving mode. So if you come to a stream, you have a channel that you're trying to promote, we're going to all work together to help each other get over the finish line here.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Sorry for all the technical difficulty in the beginning. We worked through it because we are the consummate professionals.
Correct.
And we do the shirt pop when we score, like in basketball. So,
Absolutely.
everybody, have a great evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jeremy. I really appreciate it.
Thank
You're,
you.
you're a class act. Keep it going.
Oh, thank you so much, Oki.
Peace out.
Peace.